Danielle, a lot of people around here have strong memories of 2013 with that enormous flood, and you hear about the huge amount of rainfall we're going to get, and you might get a little worried.
Yeah, and it won't be to that extent, absolutely, but we are looking at some localized areas might have to deal with some flooding here, because if you get 100 millimeters of rain, which is possible with this in an area where the ground is already pretty dry, and you get so much in 24 hours, yes, that's a concern, absolutely. So we need the moisture, but this is a little bit too much too fast, likely for some communities. Here's your Capital Chef Sky Cam. We've already had some rain starting to clear a little bit. More rain will be back. We're looking at on and off rain as we head through the evening hours here in Calgary, and we are sitting at 11 degrees. Our high was 16. So temperatures will be much cooler tomorrow, 10 degrees cooler tomorrow, at least in many communities. When you look at what's happening here, it's a stateside low. It's going to be pushing a lot of moisture in. You can even see a line of thunderstorms near Serial at this point as well, right here. So these are non-severe thunderstorms, but coming with some pockets of heavy rain and some stronger wind gusts as well. I want to zoom in and I want to freeze it so you can see where these thunderstorms are right now. And you can also see that in Calgary and up to the north, starting with some rainfall right now, and then to the west of that. So Canmore is basically that dividing line with regards to starting to switch over into a rain-snow mix at this point. But for most communities, this will be rain. And for many communities to the east, it will be quite heavy, with the bulk of it being tonight and tomorrow. And we also have wind warnings to deal with in some areas as well. So Red Deer and then down through Drumheller, Champion, Lethbridge, over to Cardston, Fort Macleod, these areas under the rainfall warning, and that warning extends all the way off to the east, because some communities could see, 50, 60, 70, and isolated areas, even 100 millimeters of rain is possible in a short amount of time, in 24 to 48 hours. And in the purple there, Drumheller to Champion, this is the wind warning in place, and this is for tomorrow with wind gusts up to 90 kilometers per hour. So a lot going on with this system. Just to give you an idea of how much and where, what's most likely, you can see the bullseye area right along here. So that's Brooks down through Tabor and south, where some localized areas in this area right here is looking at probably seeing the most amounts, anywhere from 70 to 80 millimeters, and then some spots even 100 is possible. And again, the bulk of that is tonight through tomorrow. Then you can see in the purples 50 to 70 millimeters, closer to Edmonton 30 to 50 millimeters, and for us here in Calgary we're looking at 15 to 25 millimeters. Again, a lot of that is tonight and through tomorrow. So just to give you the future cast here, you can see the rainfall moving in through tonight. So we're looking at rainfall tonight and off to the east, certainly some rainfall, and that's where we're going to see the heaviest amounts, because this system will be concentrated there for the next 24 hours, and it will be relentless off to the east, non-stop really. So we're going to be on the edge of it in Calgary, but anywhere off to the east and to the southeast, we'll be dealing with this very consistently for the next 24 hours, right up until about Wednesday morning. All right, when we look at our Capital Chev 5-day forecast, windy, rainy for tomorrow with just a high of 6, so a cool day. Be prepared for that. Then we get to 13, some carryover rain Wednesday morning, but check out Friday and Saturday. Totally different story. Dry, sunny, in the 20s.
In fact, there is a rainfall warning for some parts of the province tonight. Let's connect with Danielle now. Danielle, some places might actually get too much rain.
Yeah, here's what we're looking at with regards to the possibility of rainfall. And you can see in the red and orange here, there will be some bullseye areas that have the potential of getting 70 to 100 millimeters of rain. Again, in many of these cases, the ground is very dry, and we're looking at all this rain falling in such a short amount of time, which could lead to flooding situations for some localized areas. Now, for other areas, this is just much needed rainfall. You can see in the purple here, 50 to 70 millimeters possible, in the blue 30 to 50, and in and around Calgary and off to the west, 15 to 25 millimeters is what's possible. So the bulk of the rain mainly for the east of Highway 2, which is why the rainfall warnings are in place for these areas. Red Deer is included in this, Fort Macleod included in this, Cardston, and all the areas off to the east. Also, you can see here in the purple, this will be combined with strong winds in all areas, but especially high winds, Drumheller to Champion, with gusts up to 90 kilometers per hour possible. For us here in Calgary, 60 kilometer per hour gusts tomorrow, just a high of 6, and it will be a rainy day with 15 to 25 millimeters possible tonight through tomorrow. More details coming up, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. Let's bring Danielle in one more time for our 5-day forecast. We've certainly got 2 days of intense rain.
Yeah, we got a lot going on. Intense rain, intense wind, and then we're going to get into some serious warmth by the end of this week and some dry weather. So we've got a lot of everything to talk about for these next 5 days. 9 degrees is the temperature right now. Believe it or not, our daytime high was actually 16 degrees in Calgary, which is around normal. Gusts at this point, though, 43 kilometers per hour. You can see visibility is reduced. You can also see the rain in some parts of the city right now. That will become more consistent, more widespread as we go through tonight and tomorrow as well, especially for many communities to the east of Calgary and to the east of Highway 2. Here's a look at temperatures right now, still holding on to the teens in through Brooks, Medicine Hat, Lethbridge and Milk River. That will all change. Most communities will be in the plus single digits for tomorrow because temperatures will be much cooler tomorrow as a cooler air mass rolls in. But this system should be mainly rainfall for many areas, and in many areas a lot of rain on the way because of this system right here, even sparking up some thunderstorms. So let me zoom into a couple things here. First, we'll start off with this line of thunderstorms. Lots of lightning with these. Downpours with these are short-lived, but they're non-severe in nature, so not creating a ton of damage, but certainly a big start to the rainfall that's headed for these areas. These storms are actually tracking to the northwest rather than northeast like they typically move. So heads up more in Three Hills, Drumheller, you may see some of this activity as they move out. All right, when we look at Calgary, we're getting some heavy rain in some parts of the city, and you can see for Canmore, that's really on that rain-snow line right now and will continue to be for this system, but everything off to the east should be rain for this system. The bulk of the rain falling tonight and through tomorrow. You can see just south of Medicine Hat getting some heavier rain at this point. All right, we showed you this already, but I'm going to show you this once again so you can get an idea for your community what you can expect. Most communities to the east of Highway 2 are looking really from 50 to 70 millimeters. There will be some localized areas, though, that will see more than that, 70 to even 100 millimeters of rainfall. So a lot is on the way. That will be too much too fast for those localized areas, which will lead to some flooding. So be prepared for that, of course, especially south of Tabor. 15 to 25 millimeters is what we're looking at in Calgary. Again, this is why there's rainfall warnings in place for east of Highway 2 for the most part. Red Deer is included in this, so is Fort Macleod and Cardston. And here you go. There's the wind warnings in place. Drumheller down to Champion. 90 kilometer per hour gusts possible there. Just fast forward this over the next 24 hours, you can see the rain to the east of Highway 2, which will be heavy at times, which is why they will pick up all those totals. And for us here in Calgary, 6 degrees is a high for tomorrow. Rainy, windy. 13, though, by Wednesday with some rain in the morning. And then we get into the 20s by Friday and the weekend, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle.